Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this one we are going to discuss the phenomenon of dating down. Now I understand that this is like beating a dead horse, because this topic has been discussed ad nauseum by Chrissy, Paris Milan, Iloho, and all those channels that have dedicated their content towards black women. But I still decided to create this video regardless, because I do believe that my thoughts and perspective on this subject are a little bit different. Now I want to say that black women are not the only one guilty, if I can say it like that, of dating down. Obviously women of all color do date down, but this channel is primarily by a black women and for black women. Obviously if you're an ally of black women, you are welcome to stay. Now the narrative often is about dating down, that those women have low self-esteem, that they that this man targeted them, which I think oftentimes those things are true. And also another thing that is being said a lot is that these men are using them, which I am kind of iffy on that one, and I will tell you why, you guys. Now think about it. A lot of black women are guilty of dating down, from celebrity black women. We have Mary J. Blige, Wendy Williams, we have there are just too many to name, honestly, because so many black women are guilty of dating down, right? And you also have black women who put themselves through college, black women who have high-paying jobs, black women who are business owners, black women who are entrepreneurs. And at the end of the day, my point is all of these women are quite successful in their field, right? These are boss babes, like we used to say a couple of years ago. These are not, these are women who who know their stuff, right? Of course you also have black women who who are slightly below average, who also date down as well, and we'll get into that as we progress in this video. But why did I feel like insisting on the fact that these women are boss babe and highly intelligent, most likely, and know their stuff, is because we often in this conversation, at least I feel like as listening, that these women, this commentator, are talking as if these women were that they really didn't know what they were doing. But that is not what I think, right? And I want to say that a lot of black women obviously are trauma survivors. Unfortunately, we know this because 77% of children are born out of wedlock in our community. We also know that black women are 4 times more at risk to be sexually molested and stuff like that, right? So fatherlessness is an issue in our community, right? And we know that women who grew up without their dad tend to have a lower sense of self, tend to have low self-esteem, and obviously are going to look, as they go into adulthood, in that type of replacement, are going to we are more at risk, right, to seek validation, male validation, if you didn't have it as a child, right? Which make a lot of sense. But another thing that I want to talk about is that trauma survivors tend to be control freak. We grow to become control freaks, because think about it, as a child, if you couldn't control a lot of what was happening around you, what was going on, right? If you didn't know if your dad was going to come home and be drunk and hit on you, or if your uncle was going to open the door in the middle of the night and try to molest you, right? You can't control anything. There's chaos around you. And so a lot of trauma survivors grow to kind of vote to themselves, and this kind of happened more subconsciously obviously than consciously, that now that I'm grown, now that I'm an adult, now that I'm strong and I can move out and live in my own apartment and have my own car, no one is ever going to be able to hurt me in that way ever again, right? It makes a lot of sense, at least to me, and I hope it does to you too, right? So I don't think that we are giving these women enough credit when we think that these men are just using them, and these women don't know what they're doing. Now I'm not saying that all women who date down are guilty of this, right? But I think some of them know exactly what they're doing. I mean, look at Supercent, who worked very hard to create this makeup line, who sold I think $1 million on the first day. So good for her. This is a boss babe, right? And this woman is out here dating man after man after man, not one, many, who who have nothing going on for themselves. They are so-called entrepreneurs, but they don't really have allegedly, okay, you guys, all of this is alleged. Okay, I'm not fun to spend my small coin on attorney fee, okay? Right? But she buy them lands, and she buy them houses, and she buy them cars. I mean, she posted on IG so we can all see, and whatever else it is these men desire. And every single time that these relationships do not work, right, she doesn't go and get someone on her level or higher. She go back and look for someone exactly like the type of person she was with. She always get engaged with them, but you know, they never kind of end up getting married. It's always like, I think this is the third or fourth dude, and it's always the same cycle. Now you cannot tell me that this woman doesn't know what she's doing. I just don't believe it. I happen to believe that she's seeking out these people. I happen to believe that she wants to be in this position of power. I happen to believe that, you know, many women who, you know, whether they're celebrity black women who look for this man to be together with them, they know exactly, in my opinion, what they're doing. They want to be the one calling the shots. They want to be the one, you know, the same way they used to calling the shots, you know, at work, you know, taking all these important decisions. You know, they want this man to be at their beck and call, again, because, you know, they are paying child support for these children that this man have with other women. Again, many times, even black women who don't have a lot to spare, right? Think about it. Black women are out here letting men drive their car while they take the bus, okay, to go to work, and sometimes even a company car. This is crazy to me, you guys. This is the craziest thing to the world to me, you guys, because this man is not on your interest. Like, if he builds an accident, you're gonna have to come out of pocket. It's crazy. And this man stay home all time playing, you know, PlayStation. Why are you working like sometimes 2 jobs, right, in order to, you know, make ends meet and pay for all of the bills, right? Crazy. And you still come home, you know, and do the second shift with the kids and all of that stuff. Again, to me, crazy, right? But again, and I think, you know, these women, again, I'm sorry to say this, and I understand that this is unpopular opinion, but I don't think that, you know, they are oblivious to, you know, whatever it is they're doing. But I want to tell you guys, you know, why it doesn't work. Because men are not socialized like women. You know, don't be out here financing a man's life, taking care of a grown-ass man, thinking that, you know, he's going to feel redeemable to you, that, you know, he's going to be loyal to you, that he's not going to cheat on you. No, ma'am. That's not, you know, that's not how men work. Now, women, we are socialized, you know, to be kind and to be nice and to be caring, you know, care about everyone, and, you know, if you're good to people, people will be good back to you. This is not how men are socialized. But men are, you know, we don't tell men this stuff. Look around you. We don't tell little boys this stuff, you know. We tell them to go out, you know, and get the bacon and be able to provide for their family and stuff like that. So men are not, you know, men don't feel kind of, in my experience, what I see around, men don't feel redeemable to the people who help them out, right? Because if they did, you wouldn't see all these men who are with their A1 from Taiwan, you know. Jeff Bezos and this woman helped them and built them up, and they create all these companies and all this stuff. And, you know, the first thing they do when they get some money is usually leave and get with someone else. You know, this black man went viral on Twitter for saying that he doesn't believe that his girlfriend think that she will, you know, he will stay with her as he get his dream job, right? Again, men don't have that type of, don't feel, in general, in my opinion, most men, obviously not all, don't feel that type of loyalty towards women. So taking care of a grown man is not going to work. What is actually going to happen most likely is that he's going to resent you. See, while you take the bus, okay, right, the struggle bus, like literally to get to work and leave your car with him, what he's gonna do is take your car and drive it to his child chick and feel like a boss, okay, because she believes that, you know, this car is his, and probably she has no car, and she's like, my man got a car, okay. And if you're one of those women who is doing well financially and who is giving this man money, most likely what they're gonna do with your money is give it to another woman. We've seen this with, you know, allegedly, again, with Wendy Williams. You know, this man bought a huge, I think it was something like 11 carat, okay, diamond ring to his side chick, and it was with Wendy's money, allegedly, okay. And they were even, you know, sources say that she knew about this, right? I watched this video that said that, you know, they used to go on holiday together, but Wendy knew, again, I'm gonna say it again, allegedly, that, you know, Shanika or whatever her name is, that she was there. She was in a hotel somewhere, you know, and this man would, you know, go back and forth between the two, and allegedly she only left because, you know, of course he, you know, got her pregnant, and that was just, you know, too embarrassing. Like, that was the one drop that, you know, kind of made the jar explode, and she couldn't take it anymore, right? So these men are gonna go and spend your money, you know, they're gonna go and take their side chicks on shopping sprees, and, you know, so in order to feel like kings. And, you know, this girl's gonna open her big eyes and her beautiful fake lashes and tell, oh, thank you, baby, and he's gonna feel like a king, because with you, you know, he feels like ish, you know, like he's resentful of you, because he knows deep down inside that he should be the one going out there, you know, and gladiate and get it, you know. And you being able to do that while he failed at doing that is only going to get him resentful of you. And this is why you should never, ever, 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 no matter what you do, take care of a grown ass men. Okay, let men fend for themselves. You know, they know how to do that. Okay, now that is all I have to say on this subject, you guys. If you made it to the end of this video, I'm grateful and appreciative of you. Please do not forget to like, okay, comment and subscribe. And you know, in conclusion, I want to say, you know, as the title of this video states, leave women who buy love alone. They know exactly what they're doing. Now on that note, I will talk to you guys as I always do very, very soon. Bye guys. Mwah.